And a good Tuesday to you, the 5th day of December, 2017. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley is on the air, live here from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee. I am Dan Kuntz alongside News Director Steve Hare. Whew! How are you?
We're making sausage here this morning, folks. Welcome for breakfast.
Our guests today are members of the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club, and they got in our studio not 5 minutes ago. And normally they're here quite a bit earlier because we have to camera block and put microphones on them and create lower thirds and all those little things that you do.
What a
to have
treat.
to put together a five-star show. And we made it. We're on the air. It was close. It was close.
Hey, you've got some great guests today.
Yeah, we do. The Wenatchee Figure Skating Club. It's a big thing. It's going on at the rink this weekend. They have one show on Saturday and two on Sunday. It's the Holiday Ice Show 2017. So we have 3 members of that club will be joining me in the second half of the program.
They're actually going to teach Dan how to do a triple Lutz.
Oh, I'm great at that. I'm great at that. With some cheese on top and a little, that you mean.
Add a K to the front of Lutz, and then you have Dan.
That's me. I'm the klutz, baby, yeah. Air stagnation advisory has been issued for this studio. No, for all of North Central Washington. We're in for
Pretty thick in here, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very thick in here. We're going to be in for some pretty dirty air, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. The air stagnation advisory is on right now, and it's going to go until at least noon on Thursday, and probably considerably longer. We're going to have that air inversion, Steve, that we get this time of the year. Normally, it's actually a little later. It's a little early for the air inversion. What's going to happen is the cold air is going to get trapped on the valley floor, warm air above it. The clouds will be stuck right in there. There'll be no place for all the pollutants to go. They go up, they hit the lid, they come back down again, and air quality goes from good to not good to just plain lousy. So.
And as such, because of the stagnant air, we have a burn ban, stage 1 for Chelan, Douglas, Okanagan counties. So no uncertified wood stoves unless that's your only source of heat, folks.
We do have, they backed off on when the clouds are going to really, and the fog is really going to thicken up. Yesterday they were thinking mid-afternoon today. Now they're saying probably more like Wednesday. That's the good news. The bad news is that the high pressure ridge, which is going to cause all of this clouds and fog and poor air quality, is stronger than they anticipated. And it's also the center of it's going to move right over North Central Washington. So the good news, we're going to have a little bit more sunshine than originally anticipated for the next couple of days. The bad news is that once it arrives, it's going to stick around for quite some time, probably through the middle of next week.
Well, the last couple of mornings we've had some bright moonshine, though, I'll tell you.
Not quite a full moon, but it's been nice out.
Really pretty.
It's been nice out. It's chilly out right now, though, 26 degrees outside of our studios. That means, yes, you're scraping the windshields again on this Tuesday morning. You ready to go around the valley?
Let's check it out.
Let's do it. Uriah Darby is producing today. Normally, Kat is in the studio. She's got this morning off, so Uriah has selected 4 beautiful cameras to choose from. That's always the one we begin with, Steve.
That's a little dusting of snow there next to our camera mount.
Yep, that is called the cross camera. We call it the cross camera because it's on a tower directly to the east of the cross. So we're also familiar with it at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. An incredible view there.
It really is pretty, isn't it?
Just gorgeous. That's pulled back quite a bit. You can see there's looks like there's a little fog bank or cloud bank over Rocky Ridge Dam, Steve, that I can see. But a beautiful morning so far. And tomorrow's not looking bad either. I believe we are going to the monitor camera next.
Yep.
There you go.
Looking west toward the Cascades, and I see Mount Stewart in the background.
Cashmere, of course, is also on your screen, and you can see US 297 as people make their morning commute.
There's the Wenatchee River on the left.
There you go. Beautiful view from up top. That's our monitor camera. That's the camera that we used when the Sunny Slope fire broke out. The monitor fire broke out last October. That was the camera we were able to use. Because they're high definition cameras, we can move them. We can go up and down, left and right. We can zoom in. What caught your eye, Steve?
No, that's Baker Flat. Or not Baker Flat, but Monitor Flat, correct?
Well, that's the bright lights you see is Cashmere.
Right, but
So
I'm just saying that I'm watching that line of traffic come down. That's Monitor Flat there.
Very good. You know, for a guy with a slow leak in his head, you can come up with some pretty good stuff.
Still early, too.
Camera 3 takes us to Leavenworth and the beautiful Tumwire camera. That camera is located right at the very top of the peak, right before you head into the Tumwire Canyon and head towards Lake Wenatchee and Coles Corner in Winton. By the way, we're the #1 rated morning show in Winton. We just got word of that yesterday. So the folks in Winton love this program. Good morning, Leavenworth.
Boy, they had a beautiful first weekend of Christmas lighting.
Yes, over 100 attended that particular episode. Finally, back to Wenatchee we go. #1 Canyon. And there you go. Sunrise is still, Steve, about 20 minutes away. We're not there yet. But that's the sun's trying to get the job done, and it will. Number One Canyon, looking over the Wenatchee Valley with East Wenatchee in the background. So the weather forecast, again, as we stated at the top of the hour, there is an air stagnation advisory that's been issued by the National Weather Service in conjunction with the Department of Ecology, and it goes through at least noon on Thursday. My guess is it's probably going to be longer than that. It's going to be a lot of pollutants in the air, no wind, nothing to mix it all up. Again, that high pressure ridge. In fact, we have believe we have a photo rendition of the high pressure ridge from the National Weather Service we can bring up to show you that, to let you know what's going to be going on, the satellite view. And do we have that, Uriah? I think Uriah fell asleep. He's not used to being up at this hour.
There we are.
There you go. There's the current satellite. So you see that big blue H? That big blue H, Steve, is going to gradually slide to the northeast, just a little at a time. That's not good news, because it's going to keep all the storm tracks and all the inclement weather away from the Pacific Northwest. And that means that the air's not moving. It's not being stirred up by anything, and that's why we have the air stagnation advisory and the low clouds and the fog and all that bad
Boy,
stuff.
that's really causing some problems, that high pressure ridge down in Southern California right now. They have some terrible wildfires burning there in Ventura County.
Hang in there, our friends down in Southern California. So that brings us to what we're talking about as far as the air quality is concerned, and that's what you're looking at. The air stagnation advisory, that light gray area that you see there, that's the area that's going to have pretty poor air quality. It started yesterday evening at 10 o'clock. It's going to go through at least Thursday. Again, I would not be surprised at all as the strong high pressure ridge intensifies and gets bigger that they're just going to extend that.
Love the smell of campfires, but tell you what, folks, it's not nice when we have a stagnant air like this.
No. So low clouds, fog, once we get there. Today we're going to have some sunshine, and tonight's going to be clear. And then another kind of 50-50 day of sunshine. By Wednesday afternoon, you're going to start noticing the clouds and the fog will be thickening up. And by Wednesday night, when the fogs and the clouds develop, then it has no place to go.
So what's the long-range forecast? I mean, when
not
possibly
this.
could we see some moisture again?
No, not at all. Nothing through Thursday of next week.
That's why I'm asking, the long-range forecast.
Yeah, no, it's no precipitation at all. Well, forecast-wise through at least Tuesday, but they're saying it could be easily through the rest of this week and all of next week.
Oh, goodness.
So there you go. Widespread fog and clouds and patches in the morning, burns off. Sunshine in the afternoon today, sunshine Wednesday, clouds and fog return on Wednesday night, and then starting on Thursday, that's when things kind of get blucky. And notice that this is also the thing that happens, Steve, when we have this air inversion layer like we have now, very little temperature variation. You notice that every day about 36, 37, and then every night about mid-20s.
Bone-chilling cold.
Oh no, we're not even close to that. That's zeros to me as far as I'm concerned.
The older you get, the higher the lower the tolerance, let's just put it that way.
The mountain passes are fine. No advisories, no restrictions, nothing to worry about there on I-90, Stevens, or Blewett Pass. As we mentioned yesterday, to get away from the stagnant air once it comes, you got to go up to those areas where they're going to be above the cloud layer. No advisories, no restrictions on I-90, no advisories, no restrictions on Stevens. I-90 is dealing with some poor visibility, but not Stevens. Stevens is clear, because Stevens is about 1,000 feet higher in elevation, of course, than Snoqualmie Pass is. And the same deal with Blewett. No advisories, no restrictions. They are above the cloud layer there as well. And absolutely zero participation. Participation. You can't participate if you want.
That's right.
But I'm talking about precipitation at all in the mountain passes. Nothing. No snow, no rain, nothing at all until at least the middle of next week, if not longer than that. So no problems at all. Looks like they're going to have to do man-made snow for a while up in Mission Ridge.
Well, following a wet November, it's going to be a dry December. Hopefully we get a little white stuff for Christmas. Huh?
It has so far. Nobody really, it's so far out now. It's only the 5th of November. Nobody really knows what the weather's going to be like 20 days from now. Certainly I don't. But I'll go on record right now. We're going to have a white Christmas. There you go. I said it. 9 minutes after the hour, we have a lot of news to get to. It was a busy news Monday around the old newsroom. Steve Hare will have your Monday morning headlines in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Dear Merry Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and the floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Merry Maids.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
And good morning. Welcome to our Tuesday newscast for North Central Washington. Topping our news this morning, read my lips. Chelan County PUD electric customers. Good news, next year you won't see any rate increases. Commissioners yesterday unanimously approved a 2018 budget that will pay for major work at Rock Island and Rocky Beach dams, continue to pay down debt, also to fund existing public power benefit projects such as fiber network expansion. Since the year 2000, Chelan PUD electric rates have only gone up 9%, while the consumer price index has risen by 39%. PUD's General Manager Steve Wright cautioned that the district will evaluate how long this can be maintained without creating risk of large-scale rate increases in the future. In fact, we will be meeting later this morning with Wright for more details and a sit-down interview with NCW Life News. He'll be providing us more details on the budget and what the future holds for public power in Chelan County. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up in our 5 o'clock newscast. Also, Chelan County PUD's fiber optic network continues to expand. In 2018, more homes and businesses are going to be connected to the network.
PUD Association meeting this last week. One of the presenters was talking about broadband, and he's actually asked me, and I'll talk with Chad Rissman at some moment in time, because I will never forget during the fires at Lake Chelan a couple of years ago, Chad coming in and making a statement to this board that at this moment in time it was now an open question, which was the more highly needed public utility, electricity or fiber optics. And that was a powerful statement about the change that's occurring right before our eyes as we're in the process of managing that. So what you guys are doing for the residents in Chelan County is a really powerful statement about what this county is going to be like 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
And again, that was Randy Smith at yesterday's meeting, but again, the decision has been made to expand the fiber optic network, and much of that is a result of the Public Power Benefit Project, and a lot of the expansions are going to be occurring up in the Leavenworth area, also up in the Manson area as well, and they'll also be doing some infill of some of those areas already served, but there are some outlying areas to receive that fiber optic connection next year. Also from yesterday, one vehicle rollover accident yesterday on Squilchuck Road in Wenatchee area sent one person to the hospital, blocked traffic for a while there. The accident happened just before 11 a.m. again near milepost 1 on Squilchuck Road, just past the Squilchuck Market. No other details were made available, but again there was some minor injuries there, and that person apparently is going to be okay. They were taken to the hospital at Confluence Health for treatment. Meanwhile, the Moses Lake Police Department's war on drugs resulted in more arrests Friday night. Her officers arrested 8 adults after serving search warrants on 2 hotel rooms located in the 900 block of West Broadway. Once in the rooms, police located 2 illegally possessed pistols, methamphetamine, and heroin. After serving the warrants, the officers then placed the 2 rooms under surveillance, where they arrested several potential buyers who arrived to purchase their drugs. Cash seized, and those suspects were booked into jail for attempting to buy drugs. Also, Moses Lake Police made a second drug arrest in an area motel early yesterday. Around 3 in the morning, officers investigating the sale of drugs served in a search warrant on a motel room located in the 1200 block of South Pioneer Way. While searching that room, officers found methamphetamine, heroin, and evidence of drug use and paraphernalia throughout the motel room. The arrested was 26-year-old Nicholas Ritchie and 23-year-old Tessa Harville. The pair were booked into Grant County Jail on charges of possession of heroin with intent to deliver, possession of methamphetamine, and maintaining a drug house. These photo images provided through body cam images from the Moses Lake Police Department. Police also found an illegally possessed .38 caliber revolver in that hotel room. An early holiday gift knocked on the doors of 15 families last night in the Manson community.
They come to the door and they're trying to figure out what has just happened when you knocked on the door, and the Christmas stocking with the gift inside. And once they figure it out, they're many of them become emotional, but they're all so happy that this gift just found them. We've had people in the past that have been down to, as one guy came in and to the employees at Red Apple, he couldn't afford top ramen. And he is a single dad with a son, and he was so he didn't have $1. He couldn't buy top ramen. And this gift came in and got him at a key time, and then that got him through the winter.
You can stay tuned for the full version of our ride-along with the Manson Fire Department during their annual Season of Hope event that brought more than $6,000 worth of grocery gift cards to those in need. Meanwhile, Wenatchee welcomed a new retailer to town Friday with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at Wild Birds Unlimited. I think we have the video from that ribbon cutting here from the Chelan, or the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce. Maybe not. The store offers bird feeding and bird watching products, including bird food, bird feeders and houses, bird baths, hardware, accessories for backyard habitats, optics, resource books, and a lot more. Wild Birds Unlimited is located at 212 5th Street. That'll do it for our news, Dan. Of course, for more information, we invite you to go to our website, ncwlife.com. Also, we have our Facebook page and Twitter pages for you to follow. And if you see news happening out there, please call us at our hotline. And I think we have that graphic we can pull up to show where people can call. Well, anyway, Dan, you can contact us on our Facebook page or message us on Facebook, or give us a call.
Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. And just a quick correction from the start of the episode this morning. We are not the #1 rated morning show in Winton. The #2, as it turns out. The Today Show has us beaten by just a little bit on the market share. It is 18 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday, the 5th day of December, 2017. We got sports, we got the obscure holiday, we got birthdays, we got Today in History, we got our shop local business of the day to profile, plus the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive.
And figure skaters.
And figure skaters. The members of the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club will be in the second half of this program, provided Steve and I still have a job in the next 23 minutes or so. It's 18 minutes after the hour. We're live here from Studio 17. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
We're not waked up yet.
No, we're not there.
Ladies of the Wenatchee Valley, do you know the secret of receiving the perfect gift for your birthday, anniversary, or Christmas? We have the answer for you at Collins Fashions. Come in and fill out a wish list. You can choose from beautifully crafted jewelry, handbags, and luggage from Brighton, stylish wallets and handbags from Lotus, cozy sweaters from Icelandic, zip fleece from Tommy Bahama, fashions from Joseph Ribkop, and Collins gift cards. Our little elves can contact your loved ones and share your wish list. Complimentary gift wrap and amazing service at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Lake Chelan Mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community.
See us at the Plaza in Chelan for all your holiday needs.
"19 minutes after the hour on this 5th day of December 2017. It's a Tuesday. I'm Dan Kuntz. Let's take a look at sports, and we'll start out with your prep schedule. For this Tuesday, it looks like this. Kashmir is at OMAC in boys basketball. Cascade will take on Chelan at 7:30. Waterville-Mansfield takes on Liberty Bell Bridgeport at Manson. That is boys basketball today. Of course, the ladies play as well. The Wenatchee Panthers travel down to Richland to take on the Bombers. They tip off at 5:30 this afternoon. Kashmir is at OMAC in girls basketball. Cascade at Chelan. Waterville-Mansfield at Liberty Bell, and Bridgeport at Manson. Also in prep sports today, one more match between the big meeting tomorrow at Eastmont Lanes for the Wenatchee and Eastmont girls bowling teams. The Wildcats will host Ellensburg today at 2. Wenatchee is on the road. They'll be down in Yakima to take on West Valley. That's at 3. If both teams win, they will be undefeated heading into tomorrow's match at Eastmont Lanes. In wrestling tonight, Cascade will host Kashmir, Royal, and Tenasket. Well, the Wenatchee High School Applettes dance team continues to prepare for their upcoming season as well as mini-camp fundraisers. Fourth-year coach Lindsay Loudon says her team of 20 dancers has a level of commitment that goes throughout the year, not just a sports season.
They have such a huge dedication to dance. It's a big time commitment, and I'd say that probably one of the hardest things for them is, taking that time away from their family and their friends and being dedicated and coming together as a team. And they also have to keep their grades up. They have to keep a GPA that's acceptable, or they're not allowed to compete. They have made grades every single grade check this entire year, which is amazing. But it takes time, and it's dedication, and that's something that I think is important for kids to experience, but it is a sacrifice for sure. I would say the highlight for me is always watching the girls bond as a team. That to me is kind of priceless. And then also just football season in general is so much fun, but we're looking forward to competition season because that's what the girls live for. So.
Junior Lainey Johnston said she decided to try out for the Applettes when she saw them perform.
I saw them at football games and assemblies, and I thought it was a cool thing to do and a cool sport. So I tried out and made the JV team. I think it's been really cool experience because I haven't experienced anything like this, such as being a team and becoming family, knowing all the girls and making new friends. So I think it's been a cool experience, and I'd definitely recommend it to people.
The Applettes are hosting their Hip Hop Holiday Mini Dance Camp for youth. That's ages kindergarten through 5th grade. That happens on December 16th. Search WHS Applettes on Facebook for sign-up information. Well, the Seattle City Council Monday approved a memorandum of understanding with a Los Angeles-based group called the Oak View Group to privately finance a roughly $600 million remodel that would nearly double the square footage of Key Arena. The hope is to renovate the arena while the Oak Ridge Group is focused on acquiring an NHL franchise and turning Key Arena into a world-class hockey and concert facility with the potential of maybe hosting an NBA team in the future. Council members voted 7-0 in favor of the MOU. They praised the agreement for including benefits for the city, including $20 million in cash and in-kind contributions to nonprofit organizations, and another $40 million to help improve transportation in the arena around Seattle Center, so we could finally get a hockey team, or maybe the Supersonics, coming back to the Pacific Northwest. Either of those would be great. Both would be like sugar on the ice cream. That's sports at 24 minutes after the hour. It's time for the obscure holiday of the day today. It's always celebrated on December 5th. Today is Bathtub Party Day. Well, that's also, there you go. Oh, you want to just go ahead and skip to Today in History, Uriah? We can do that too. There's our bathtub party. Hop in the bathtub, bring in all your friends, your rubber duckies and all that good stuff. I have no idea who created Bathtub Party Day. I can't even remember the last time I took a bath. It's been 20 years. I'm a shower guy now. Not that I don't need to take a bath occasionally. Have a party in your bathtub today. It is Bathtub party day, which I have a feeling I should have just gotten to the bath and stayed there this morning. It's due today in history now on this Tuesday, December 5th, today in history. It was 169 years ago, December 5th, 1848, the cat got out of the bag. In a message to the United States Congress, U.S. President James K. Polk confirmed that there's a whole bunch of gold in California. Now, the gold itself was discovered in January, so this is almost a year later. And the word started to get out, and the word started to get out, and finally they realized there was nothing they can do about it but just confirm it. So in a special message to Congress, the president said, there's a whole bunch of gold in California, go get it. And they did. San Francisco's population in 1848, 1,000 people. San Francisco's population in 1850, 25,000 people. Oh, by the way, the 21st Amendment ended on this date as well. Anyway, the gold rush began really in earnest when the 49ers began to travel overland and any place they could to get to California to find that gold. That, of course, is about the 21st Amendment. My second favorite amendment. My favorite amendment to the Constitution is the first. That's my favorite. My second most popular amendment to the Constitution is the 21st Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which went into effect on this date 84 years ago, which means Prohibition was over. It's the only constitutional amendment that overrode a previous constitutional amendment. That was, of course, Prohibition in the 18th Amendment. And, of course, crime skyrocketed and people kept drinking anyway. And eventually people thought, you know, Prohibition maybe wasn't such a good idea after all. So Prohibition was repealed on this date 84 years ago. And ironically enough, the state that got to the magic number 36 states had to ratify this to make it official, 3/4 majority, right, was Utah, the state with the most restrictive alcohol laws in America. An irony there. The 21st Amendment to the United States ratified on this date 84 years ago. We're talking about the air inversion and the bad air quality we're going to get here in the Wenatchee Valley. Nothing unlike what London had 65 years ago today. On December 5th, 1952, the Great Smog began in London, lasted for about 5 days. It was just like what we're going to have here. They're going to have a cold, there's going to be a high pressure ridge. The air is going to be completely stagnant. All that junk went up in the air in London. We're talking coal, of course, because almost everybody heated their homes with coal, not very high quality coal either. So the inversion layer came, cold air, warm air above it. There was no place for the coal and the smoke from the industrial chimneys and the home chimneys and the car exhaust and the sulfur dioxide. It went up, it stayed there, and went back down again. In the week that the Great Smog of 1952 enveloped London, 4,000 people died, and an additional 8,000 people would die over the next few years from all the effects of what happened 65 years ago today when that cold fog descended upon London and killed 12,000 people. They changed the rules after that about what you can burn. And happy birthday to the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are 43 years old today. Who you see on the screen there on your left is Lloyd W. Nordstrom, representing the Nordstrom family, one of the owners. In the middle, you see Pete Rozelle. They signed the deal. They signed the franchise agreement with the commissioner of the NFL on this date, December 5th, 1974. Happy birthday to the Seattle Seahawks. And it is 28 minutes after the hour. That's today in history on this 5th day of November. Let's do some birthdays, shall we? We have a presidential birthday. We always highlight a presidential birthday. We got one for you. Martin Van Buren, the 8th president of the United States. He was born in this state in 1782, passed away at the age of 79 in 1862. Martin Van Buren, the first president of the United States to be born a United States citizen. The 7 previous presidents were subjects of the British colony when they were born. Martin Van Buren was the first one to be born after the United States declared their independence. And here's ironic. He is of Dutch ancestry, and throughout his childhood, the household, the Martin Van Buren household, spoke Dutch. English was his second language. He was fluent in Dutch and English throughout his entire career. Martin Van Buren, one of the more forgotten presidents. The problem, of course, is when he ran for re-election for a second term as president, his campaign slogan was, "The policies we need, the mutton chops we want." Probably not a good idea. Martin Van Buren, born in the state in 1782. George Armstrong Custer, the American general. Was born in this state in 1839, one of the great self-promoters in American military history. Of course, died at Little Bighorn at the age of 36. Maybe this was an idea. This is George Armstrong Custer is probably the Army equivalent of the Peter Principle. He rose to his rank of incompetence. He graduated last in his class at West Point in 1861. That might have been a tip-off there. He was a great officer in the Civil War. It was after the Civil War when things kind of went south for George Armstrong Custer, one of the great self-promoters in American history, born in this state in 1839. Walt Disney was born in this state, an American cultural icon. As a film producer, Walt Disney holds the record for the most Academy Awards earned by an individual. He had 59 Academy Award nominations and he won 22 Oscars. Pretty incredible. And of course, the Walt Disney Company is one of the largest entertainment companies, if not the largest entertainment company in the world. Walt Disney, born in the state in 1901, passed away in 1966 at the age of 65. And a wop bop a loop bop a wop bam boom, Little Richard celebrates a birthday today. He's 85 years old. He was born Richard Wayne Penniman 85 years ago today, known professionally, of course, as Little Richard. Tutti Frutti, Good Golly Miss Molly, The Girl Can't Help It, Lucille, my all-time personal favorite, Rip It Up. And of course, earlier this year, we lost Chuck Berry and Fats Domino, so Little Richard, alongside Jerry Lee Lewis and Don Everly, are the last three remaining members of the inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Back in 1986, Little Richard is 85 years old today. 31 minutes after the hour, it's the holiday season, as Andy Williams once sang, and we are inviting all of our viewers to shop local. The local people who work hard and have a dream to make their small business a huge success. And you can help them out this holiday season by buying your gifts there, including Praise Fruit Barn, just east of Leavenworth, of course, on US Highway 2. They're open year-round. It's warm inside. Yes, it's heated inside. They're open today. They open in about 29 minutes. You're going to find all kinds of delicious homegrown fruit. They have it in cold storage right on site. So honey, ciders, all kinds of specialty foods, one-of-a-kind items. Everybody wants to get a one-of-a-kind item. And if you have family coming in from out of state or out of the area, you want to go to Praise Fruit Barn to buy them a gift because it just says North Central Washington on it. And you're going to find stuff that you're never going to find anyplace else. All kinds of cool stuff. Dilly Dally has a little corner full of all kinds of knickknacks and paddywhacks. It's a neat place. Don't take my word for it. Praise Fruit Barn, all right? Praise Fruit Barn. Check it out. By the way, quick heads up, you can't go in and out of Praise in 5 minutes. You'll be there for a while. So grab a bite to eat before you head into Praise. You'll be glad you did. Shop local this holiday season. And while you're at Praise, they don't sell toys for the kids, but while you're out and about doing your Christmas shopping, don't forget to talk about and take care of the kids, the less fortunate in the Wenatchee Valley with the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. The 2017 Toy Drive is on. As you're out and about all over the Wenatchee Valley, when you drop by our studios here, either Les Schwab location in Wenatchee or East Wenatchee, the Wenatchee World, Sangster Motors, Columbia Valley Community Health, Works, Hooked on Toys, any of those places, you'll see a ginormous cardboard box with that thing right there taped to it. What we're asking you to do is pick up a brand new toy for the kids. Don't wrap it. We'll take care of that. And put it in the box. We want every kid in North Central Washington to have not just one, but multiple brand new toys under the Christmas tree for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, whichever you prefer. But we need your help to do it. So get that toy and put it in the boxes. You'll find them everywhere. And a friendly reminder, if you don't know exactly what to buy, if you go to their Facebook page, go to Facebook and just type in Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, you'll find it. And there's a list. There's an actual list of the toys that the kids want for this holiday season. It makes it a lot easier. It's one thing just to buy a toy. It's another thing to buy a toy that the kids are going to get into for the holiday season this year. 33 minutes after the hour, everyone is entitled to Mike Magnati's opinion. The topic today, bah humbug. This will be interesting. And then coming up, we got members of the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club. The Wenatchee Figure Skating Club, they have a big holiday celebration at the rink right next to the Town Toyota Center this Saturday and Sunday. They'll be joining me when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live from Studio 3 on the NCW Life Channel.
When the time comes to propose, when you want to celebrate a birthday or an anniversary, when you want to mark a special milestone in someone's life, Clark's Jewelry has been providing quality jewelry at a fair price since 1977. Diamonds, gemstones, watches, necklaces, earrings, rings. Their professional staff will take the time and care to help you find the perfect piece of jewelry. Clark's Jewelry, always quality jewelry at a fair price.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Praise Fruit Barn is open all year with a variety of reasons to stop by. Leavenworth Quilt Company inspires ideas from simple to amazing with gorgeous fabrics, interesting patterns, and inspiration for all levels of quilter. Dilly Dally is a fun gift shop with many one-of-a-kind gifts and a corner of gifts for the little ones. And in between is Praise Fruit Barn with a bounty of local fruit, local honey, and specialty food items. Praise Fruit Barn open year-round.
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, the Christmas season is great, and I love it. I mean, celebrating Jesus' birthday with family, giving gifts, prime rib roast. I mean, what's not to like? And even the sappy Christmas music is great, too. I mean, I have to admit it. It sets the mood, and it gives a nice undercurrent to the whole Christmas experience. But not before Thanksgiving, okay? Jeez, recently, seriously. I was recently in a coffee shop 2 weeks before Turkey Day, and I had to listen to Bing Crosby moaning about ruining my life with snow. I mean, Christmas is great. Honestly, people, part of the reason Christmas is so special is because it only comes once a year. Knowing the nature of some people to overindulge, if we don't crack down on this thing, we're going to be hearing about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty sometimes in August. Have some restraint. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air, and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks, so bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Is this really what we're gonna do on our girls' night out? We should go to Club Crow.
The bar and grill in Cashmere?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Life is about memories and lasting impressions. With Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom of quality home furnishings, you'll find everything you need to create a home to remember. Need assistance? From fabric options and complimentary design service to complete home makeovers, Glenn, Buffy, and Teresa are there to guide you. Come into Boswell's and find inspiration and comfort for every room in your home. Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
And we're back at 39 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Regardless of what your plans are this weekend, you want to put aside a couple of hours and pop on down to the rink adjacent to the Town Toyota Center because the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club is putting on their annual holiday show, and we have a couple of skaters who are joining me here in this studio. To my immediate left is Elizabeth Brazo, is that right?
Yes.
And then Shannon Salter is all the way to my far left. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
You already went skating this morning, right?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
So that's part of the deal. You have to be committed to getting up at straight. It must not be very fun for a high schooler to get up at that hour and go skating.
Yeah. Most of my skating is in the morning.
How's rehearsals going?
They're going pretty well. Yeah, they're going.
Good. So this is an original show, new show, different show? What can people expect?
It's a little bit new. Before we've done mostly Christmas, but this year we are going through the different holidays. So we start off with New Year's and go to Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and we end with Christmas.
Okay. So what about President's Day? Was that skipped right over?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
We only were able to get 6 holidays in.
Okay. So who choreographed all this? Is this an original show, or did you go out and find it on the internet and steal it?
Well, the songs are not original.
Okay.
But our coaches, Louise and Paul Kapakis, they've been great. They've choreographed this whole thing. We appreciate them so much.
We also have 3 other coaches that have helped choreograph it. Alana Collins, Stephanie Coe, and Stephanie Heray.
A lot of logistics, a lot of everybody kind of figuring out where everybody's supposed to be at any one time. How much work's been put into this so far? How much rehearsal time?
A lot of work. We're there every Thursday night and Sunday afternoon.
So a lot of work then.
Yes. And then we have in our normal freestyle sessions, which are usually for practice, we have duets and trios and solos rehearsing. So the group numbers are on Thursday and Sunday, but then there's even more time that goes into rehearsing.
Does the rink get pretty crowded during all this time? Do you kind of partition it off so people can go work in their thing without running into each other?
Well, we have 2 different sessions.
Okay.
Every day, basically. We have the first session, which is just as older people, and then the second session is everyone. So there's a little bit of space for us to work on our things, and there are a whole lot of opportunities to go there on different days, different times, so we don't really clash that often.
Liz, I'll ask you first, how long have you been skating?
I've been skating for 9 years.
9 years, and so you've been skating since you were how old?
6.
6, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And why? What drove you to ice skating?
Well, I started with gymnastics, but then I found the Learn to Skate program, and I thought it was really fun, and I just kind of stuck with it, and there have been some hardships with it, with my schedule and things like that, but I would never, ever want to not skate.
Are you pretty good? You can toot your own horn.
I mean, I'm all right.
Okay. What about you, Shannon? Same question. How long have you been skating?
I've been skating for 12 years. I also started when I was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it about skating? And I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine who just loves to skate. He goes, 2 things. Number 1, I'm 4 inches taller than I normally am. And you can go fast. I can go faster skating than I can ever do running or walking. Is that the 2 big things? I mean, it is. When I ice skate, first thing I want to do is go as fast as I can because you can go fast.
For me, I just love the feeling of being out on the ice. Part of it's going fast. I like going fast. But it's just so satisfying to hear the sound of your blades on the ice and feel the wind going through your hair and across your face. And I just think it's really enjoyable.
Same deal, Shannon?
Yeah, and you just feel free when you're on the ice, and it's so awesome when you are working hard on a jump or a spin and you finally get it, and it feels great.
The floating sensation
Yes.
is what I like to say. We're floating in the air.
Yes.
This takes physical stamina. I mean, this is a taxing thing, right? I mean,
Yes.
you're pretty worn out and all full of sweat by the time you're done with rehearsal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So people don't understand that, do they?
Not really. They think it's just like ballerinas on ice, but it's not.
It's hard.
Sometimes it's worse than hockey.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the cast list, and it's huge, by the way. It's ginormous. I had no idea there were this many people in the club. It's a huge club.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's 41 people in our show that are in our club. And then we also have the Learn to Skate number, which has about 10 kids.
10 to 13?
Yeah, and so on Thursdays and Tuesdays we coach them, and that's really fun. So it's really cool that they're able to be a part of our show too.
Then how old are these kids? They're just learning how to skate, right?
Oh, they're little kids. They're
It's-
from, 3 to 10, just all
Okay.
ages. And
But they get to go out on the ice with you guys for the
Yeah.
big show. The first time you skated and you thought, this is fun, or the first time, what was the epiphany, and I'll start with you, Shannon, where I think I can skate, because skating is hard. Skating is hard to learn. Once you got it, you're okay. But it could be frustrating to learn how to skate, can't it?
Yeah.
But
So
was there a certain moment in your childhood when you were learning how to skate and all of a sudden you made it all the way down from one end to the other and you didn't fall down and you were able to turn and control yourself?
I'm sure there was. I don't remember like a certain moment, but I remember going out I was part of an after-school program and we went skating, and I remember just loving it. And so my dad got me into lessons, and he started lessons at the same time too, so he plays hockey now.
Oh, good.
And so this was kind of fun.
Same question for you, Liz. Do you remember that one moment when all of a sudden, I think I'm skating, I'm not falling down, and I don't need the little wheelbarrow thing in front of me?
I don't remember that specific moment, but I remember a very influential moment. I was actually backstage at one of the Christmas shows. I think it was my first one, and while I think it was the dress rehearsal, we were getting ready before the show started, before the rehearsal started, and I was just standing doing 2-foot spins for my dad, and he was recording me, and I think that was the moment that I really knew that I enjoyed it and that I wanted to keep doing it.
Is there a specific part of an ice skating, when we talk figure skating, there's loops and okay. Is there any specific part that you like doing and a specific part that you're not good at and you don't like doing?
I'm not a jumper.
That's got to be impossible.
Yeah,
I see those figure skaters jump and I go, how do they do that? How do they do that?
Practice.
Lots of work.
Lots and lots of practice.
Yeah.
We have a harness on the ice to help them out at first, and then they kind of get the hang of it, but sometimes I don't get the hang of it.
Yeah, I like the spins and edge stuff more than jumping, but
I like performing more than anything.
More than anything. Is this something you're going to do when you're out of the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club and you're going down to your adult life? You think you'll always skate?
100%.
No doubt about that?
Yes, I plan to skate in college. And
oh, cool.
that'd be
Cool. Well, have you already made your college plans?
I'm a senior this year, and so I'm going to take a year off, but then I'm going to go to Eastern, and they have a rink, so.
You're going to take a gap year?
Yes.
Good. You can go to work at the Gap. What about you? What are you going to do?
I'm only a freshman,
Oh,
but I
geez.
have already started planning ahead. I think I started in about 7th grade.
Okay.
I wanted to go to the University of Michigan for as long as I can remember. They have a rink there.
Yeah. Speaking of the rink, if we didn't have the rink, the year-round rink, your club probably would still exist, but nowhere near it in the thriving organization it is. Talk about the importance of having a place where you can go skate in August.
It's really important to keep up our skating skills and going every week, and even if we take a week off, we notice our skating skills go down. When we didn't have the rink, we would have to go up to Canada to skate during the summer. So it's really important that we have a rink all year round, and it's really nice.
Do you skate just for fun? I mean, you're part of the club. You've been rehearsing and choreographing and getting ready for this big Year of Cheer holiday ice show, but sometimes you just go out and just skate just because it's fun to skate?
I don't, because when we're out there for freestyles, we have to work on something because that's what we're there for. We're paying money to be there. But public skating sessions, sometimes I go there, not often, but occasionally, and that's when I can just skate around and show off a little bit and maybe have some fun.
Same question to you. Do you just skate just for fun every now and again, Shannon?
Well, there's always something that we're working for, but I have so much fun when I'm skating. It seems like I'm just skating for fun.
What can people, you talked about, it's the Year of Cheer, so you start out with the New Year's and you go to Valentine's Day and on down the line.
Yeah.
How long is this show? What can people expect to see? Is it action all the time?
It's about an hour and a half
Oh, that's
probably,
pretty good.
and with a 20-minute intermission in the middle. And there's a bunch of numbers. We have group numbers, we have solos, duets, trios, we have a dance number, we have a skater that does pairs, so there's a pairs number. So it's a whole variety, and then in between each number there's someone that talks and brings you through the show as it goes on.
Do you have a full dress rehearsal coming up here before Saturday?
Yes, this Friday.
This Friday. So you'll be ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
think?
hope.
Is there a big finale when everybody's out at the end? And they...
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Every single year, we make that a priority to have the finale.
How much new stuff did you have to learn? Or do they kind of say, okay, well, Elizabeth is good at this and Shannon's good at that, so we're not going to make them do something they're not very good at. Does everybody have their own discipline and that's part of your show?
Our coaches kind of make it so that it fits what we
Yeah.
would like
Our
to
coaches
do.
know our strengths and weaknesses, and so they kind of choreograph our programs and our numbers to correspond with that.
Do you guys get any creative input at all, or are you doing exactly what your coaches and the director are telling you to do?
I got to have some creative input this year. My number is a little different. It's a solo, and we have big pieces of fabric that some of my friends will skate around with, and then I have a rhythmic gymnastics ribbon that I'm actually skating with.
Okay.
So that was kind of interesting to learn how to do that and not get wrapped up in it. So, but it will look really cool, and I'm really excited about it.
How much time are you guys going to be on the ice, you girls together? Are you on quite a bit? I might take it you're one of the older, more senior members of the club, so the better skater, the people who've been there can perform. You're probably on the ice quite a bit.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You nervous about it?
Not too much.
Okay.
I'm more nervous about competition.
Okay.
Yeah, I get more nervous at competitions.
And we'll talk about, let's do that right now. Let's talk about
Okay.
competition. Would, you have a competition? You skate against other clubs? How does that
Yes.
work?
There's a bunch of different competitions in Washington. I used to go to one in Canada too. And it's a bunch of different clubs. It's whoever wants to sign up for it. There's a host rink, and then everybody comes and you sign up for your level, and then you compete with whoever signed up against you in that level.
Has the Wenatchee Figure Club brought home some serious hardware? Do you have a trophy case I can go look at?
I have a whole bunch of medals and trophies on my wall.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
We've had a skater go to nationals once, and we've had a couple skaters go to sectionals more than once. And yeah, that's really great, because if we have one skater that has any chance of going to the Olympics, it's this one skater, Liam Kapakis.
Uh-huh.
He's the one that brings in all of the trophies and the medals.
Yeah.
And the Kapakis family is synonymous with the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club. I think
Yeah.
we can all say
Yes.
that. I got one more question for you, then we're going to take a quick little commercial break because we have another skater who's going to join us here in the studio. You talked about your time commitment as your high school kids, and I mean, time management is essential. None of this would be possible without the support of your parents, right? I mean, if
Yes.
they're not on board, you're not doing
100%.
it.
Yes.
So kudos to them.
Yes.
And kudos to your dad for taking lessons with you and
Yeah.
playing hockey. I thought that's pretty good. One of you two has to go. So Elizabeth or Shannon, which one is staying and which one's going?
Elizabeth's gonna stay. I have
Elizabeth's
to go
staying.
to school.
Shannon has to go to school and learn how to be smart, which I never did. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, who's coming in?
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yes.
Cammy will be here in just a couple of minutes. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the Civi Life channel.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
And we're back at 55 minutes after the hour. Liz has decided to stay, but Cammie has now joined us. Hi.
Hi.
You watched Shannon and Elizabeth off camera. What do you think?
Yes, they did really good.
You did really good?
Yes.
Same question to you, Camille. How long have you been skating? How long have you been with the club? All that good stuff.
I've been skating since I was 9 years old. I started a little late, and I joined the club after I did the Learn to Skate program. I started out, my mom signed me up with the Learn to Skate, and I really enjoyed it with the coaches, and I get to skate with them, so I decided to join the club.
And you like it so far?
Yes, I love it. It's a very fun experience.
Is there a lot of socializing with the kids? Now, it's mostly girls. There are guys in the club. We need to
Yes.
point that out, but it's 80% female, right?
Yes.
Is there a lot of socializing and laughing and goofing off when you're not skating, or
Yes,
you all get along okay?
Yes, we laugh a lot, and it's just really fun to be there with everyone.
It's always a party.
Yes.
Oh, always a party.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you've heard us talk about the show. Are you ready to go? You got your parts down, everything?
Yes, this show is very special because we have different numbers this year, like they said, and it's just a lot of fun. And the numbers are choreographed differently this year. So.
Cool. A couple of things that we haven't talked about. We'll do that now. Tickets. Do I buy a ticket in advance? Do I show up? How much does it cost? What do I need to know there?
You can get tickets at the rink office, but the tickets are available at the door, which is the best option. Tickets are by donation, but the suggested donation is $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and free for kids 3 and under.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal.
Yes.
That's a good deal. And you're doing one show on Saturday and then a matinee and a second show on Sunday. Is that right? Give me the show dates.
Yes. Saturday we have one at 4:30, and Sunday we have one at 2 and 4:30.
So the 4:30 one on Sunday is the one I'm going to go to because whatever kinks you may have are going to be completely worked out. I just can't believe how many people are on the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club. Is it that big when you joined? Is it getting bigger and bigger?
It's getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah. Is there going to be a point where it's too big?
No, we have a good facility to use, and we have 2 ice surfaces, which is great, and we have enough locker rooms. I think it'll be fine.
Now, with this show that we're talking about is going to take place at the rink, not in the main arena. But how often do you get to actually go out and skate in the big arena? Is that something you get to do every once in a while?
Yeah, we skate in the big arena a lot. We do the Winter Ice Gala there.
That's in January or February, I think,
It's
coming up?
the end of January.
Okay.
And yeah, we skate there a lot when the rink is not available for us to practice. We do some of our rehearsals on there. So yeah.
And we have competitions on that ice too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you told your friends, hey, you should join the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club? It's kind of fun.
When I was little, when I did the Learn to Skate program, I was encouraging people to do it with me, but most of my friends, it's a little bit late for them to start now.
Liz is going to go to the University of Michigan. Shannon is apparently going to go to work at the Gap. What are you going to do, Cammie? When,
I really want to be an orthodontist when I'm older.
No.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? She might go to work for you
My
folks
mom
there.
is her.
Yes. I would like to go to UCLA in California or go to Canada. So yeah.
So I noticed you have braces. Do you go to Brazo Orthodontics?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, a little plug there for our friends at Brazo. We love Brazo. We love your folks. They do a great job. So it's the Wenatchee Figure Skating's. What number is this? How many of these holiday shows have you done there?
I think it's been about 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So we need to issue a commemorative coin, Jennifer, for the 25th anniversary. Jennifer Bouchon is sitting off in the corner. Your folks are heavily involved in the. Talk about the parents and the people involved. Is there like it's the Wenatchee Figure Skating Club, but without any parents, it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of board members. My mom is the director of the show this year, And if like with Louise and my mom and the costume designers, this show wouldn't be able to happen. Yeah.
You have 1 minute. Plug the club. Why should I'm a kid out there? I think I like ice skating. I want to join the club. What do they do? Why is it so cool?
We have wonderful, wonderful coaches helping out with the Learn to Skate program, including us. And our main coaches, Louise and Paul, are fantastic. It's a wonderful community. You make a lot of friends. You have a whole family. It's just the best experience because we're all just good kids. There's not a bad egg in the club.
That's why I'm not a member. Everybody have yourself a great Tuesday. Go to the rink this weekend and watch these talented kids strap on the skates, and skates could be a great show. Arch Ecker, my guest tomorrow. Until then, have a great Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.